I dressed up like a vampire to scare my best friend, but now she wants to F my boyfriend. My college experience has been pretty good so far. I've heard so many people say that what you really get out of college is the social experiences, and at one point I probably would have agreed with that. Up until this week I thought I met my best friend here in college, but I have a feeling lately that she might not be as good of a friend as I thought. Which really sucks because sometimes it's hard making friends at an art school like ours. I don't know what it is, I think it's like youthful insecurity and the insane competition in the creative field, but young people in college can be so vile to each other, especially if they see them as a threat. I thought that was why Amanda and I got along so well. She's a dance major and I'm a special FX costume design major, so we have almost no overlap. Those dorm lottery things can be so dangerous, but it worked great for us. I mean, at first it was like a dream friendship. She was always the first one to show up when I had any kind of showcase or exhibit, and I loved going to her dance shows. I thought she was incredible. I was an only child and it almost felt like having a sister. We told each other everything, we told each other all our deepest, darkest secrets. It felt like a soulmate. I even know her secret fetish, that she loves vampires after she was obsessed with those novels with vampires. Twilight Vampire Diaries, you know what I mean. We've been living together for 3 years now and I thought I knew her inside and out. She even introduced me to my boyfriend. She knew him from high school. She said he would be perfect for me, and once I saw that 6-foot Calvin Klein model I was like, you know girl, you might be right. Those were the best days. I honestly kind of miss it. But something must be in the air because she is acting up all over the place. Oh, by the way, did I mention she's the biggest stoner in the world? I don't smoke, but it never bothered me because she is always dumb as F when she's stoned, and it's so nice to just laugh at her at the end of a long day of classes. Well, it was kind of a regular night. She was in the living room getting high and dancing. I was in my room working on a project with my boyfriend chilling on my bed. My classmate had a family emergency. His mom died, and I offered to help him finish his costume so he could go to the funeral. It's so sad, honestly, and I was happy to help because he was working on a Count Dracula costume, which I thought was great because I effing love Halloween, so I knew I could do a good job on it for him and have some fun with it too. It took me a few hours, but I finished it and it looked perfect. It had a floor-length leather cape with platform shoes to make the actor even more domineering. But the crown jewel was the sculpted silicone mask and human hair wig that really just make you feel like you are Dracula. I'm sorry I'm totally geeking out about it, but this is my creative field, okay? I told my boyfriend I have to try it on, and it was literally so big on me it was like wearing a big box. With the shoes I was at least 6 feet tall. I had an idea, and honestly maybe all of this is my fault for running with this stupid idea. I said to him, hand me the mask, I'm going to go scare Amanda, so he helped me put on the mask and the wig, but the wig was more like a helmet, so I was even taller. So I go into the living room super quietly, I wait for her to turn around, and then I jump in her face making scary noises. You know, the way you scare someone on Halloween. I mean, it was the Halloween season. When she turned around though, she was clearly more high than usual because she could barely look straight, but when she saw me I knew I was going to regret this. I totally forgot about the weird fetish she has. She started coming towards me. She wasn't freaked out at all. I think she was turned on by me, but she was also high out of her mind. She was saying, oh my god, Andrew, you look so good in that holy poop, that makes me so aroused. Hearing her say my boyfriend's name like that made me freeze. In that moment I was just stunned, like, oh my god, has she been into my boyfriend this whole time? How could I forget about her weird fetish? Finally I just snapped out of it and ran back to my room because she was reaching out like she was gonna grab me. I slammed the door and I waited to see if she would come knock, and she didn't. I could still hear her in the living room, thank God. Andrew saw I was freaked out, so he said, babe, what happened? But I knew if I told him I would be revealing my best friend's secret, so I just lied and said, oh haha, I tried to scare her but she ended up scaring me. I laughed it off, but I couldn't stop thinking about how she said my boyfriend's name. I really don't ever want to be that crazy girl, but come on. Why would she say his name like that if she wasn't interested in him? My intuition was totally on point because the next day she was totally acting weird, saying I had the weirdest vision last night while I was microdosing. Girl, microdosing my butt. Now every day she's asking me, is Andrew coming over? I want to hang out with you guys, and if she ever thinks he's coming soon, she just casually changes into her Skims loungewear, which is basically just athletic underwear. Like, girl, I know what you're doing. The worst part though, oh my god, I found a letter in one of her books that was written to my boyfriend saying she was so in love with him, detailing all the dirty things she wanted to do with him and how she didn't care if it hurt me. I had to read over it like 3 or 4 times before it really started to sink in. This was the nail in the coffin, proof that she didn't care about our friendship and just wanted my boyfriend. I mean, she literally wrote, even if it ruins everything I've built with my best friend, I can't stop thinking about you, I have to be with you, I want you. It was so horrible. After that I told my boyfriend everything and he was so shocked. He had never gotten anything like that from her. Well, men are simple, so it makes sense. Our lease is up in a few months and we haven't signed a new one yet, but I can't decide if I want to confront her or not, or just disappear after this lease is over. I mean, our friendship is clearly over to her already, so I don't know why I should put in any effort, but it just makes me sad to end a friendship that was so important to me. I have no idea what to do.